I've been hesitant to make this video for a year, basically. I wanted to do a video a year ago when I quit my job that's kind of like, oh, I'm full-time freelancing or full-time filmmaker and photographer now. And I guess what held me back is ever since I started doing this stuff, that's always been the path. That's always been what I wanted. It always seemed to me like too good to be true. I don't know why I have this feeling like I'm delivering some bad news. I think it's because this last year has been pretty crazy in a lot of good ways, a lot of tough ways, challenging things. But yeah, I guess since I never made the video last April, so a year ago, I quit my job. I was working there for 5 years, and my wife and I both decided to pursue filmmaking and photography full time. And mainly what pays our bills now is weddings and producing videos and helping other people out on their video projects and freelancing and just learning what it's actually like to run a business, to live, your life knowing that you don't know what is going to come up in 2 months. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills 2 months from now. I guess I've always felt like I didn't want to make a video about it too soon because you didn't know when it was going to end. And you'd be like, Jeff, you got to go find a job again. I think I'm making this video to try to force myself to actually physically take a breath about things and relax. Like, for the first time, really this last year, I feel like things are kind of like starting to roll, and I'm feeling good about a lot of things. And not that things weren't rolling before, it's just it's weird to take that step and to not know what's around the corner. And when things are going well like that, you kind of do expect something to happen. That something is debt, ongoing debt to keep yourself afloat. But I think that's just the times we live in. But I guess I just wanted to make this video unscripted, just talking, maybe even less editing than I normally even do, as almost like a time capsule of like this period of time, because it's special to me. Like, I get to photograph weddings with my wife. I get to work on commercials. I get to produce videos. I get to help out like local filmmakers, both in Wilmington and Philadelphia and Baltimore, DC. I guess it's not even local. It's just the Northeast. And I've learned so much this last year, so much that I had no idea about while I was working at that full-time job. What I expected this to be like is completely different. And maybe there was a side of me that was sheltering myself from doing this because I was afraid of what I didn't know. In this last year since quitting my job, of course I've like taken this stuff way more seriously, but also I picked up new hobbies, and it's forced me to be a beginner again. And there's nothing like being a beginner at something. And I think I had to realize that even though, I've been a filmmaker for 9 years, there's just things that I'm not good at, things that I don't know, and things that I will not know if I keep the same attitude that I had about things. I don't want to turn this video too much into like a feelings video. I can do that though. We can do it. But I do want to just thank, the people who've hired me this last year and earlier than that. I don't want to like name names here and turn it into this whole thing. We could, but we won't. And then of course, if any of our wedding couples come across this, just want to thank you guys for choosing us. Number one, because we love it. And also number one, because it pays our bills, and I'm grateful for that. But also we love it. And it's like we get to re-experience one of our greatest days through one of your greatest days, and it's very special that we get to do it together. And I feel very lucky for that. I feel very lucky that Ksenia, my wife, also wants to make films with me, wants to do this production company stuff with me, freelance. And I couldn't imagine another person to do it with. This is not, I don't want this video to be like some thank you, some success. It's not. It's just a year that we've been doing this full time. And I'm just trying to reflect how I'm feeling. I've tried to make some videos at certain points where things aren't so good. And many things still aren't so good. But I'm very grateful for how far we've gotten, how we're still going. And, with filmmaking, I've gone through many ups and downs. Like I've talked about in the last video, a lot of comparison stuff gets in your head, a lot of what you haven't done, what you wish you could do, what you're trying to do, just organizing your thoughts, getting these things out there. A lot of that stuff can weigh you down, and it has weighed me down. And I would like to think that I don't have regrets about it. I do. I wish I made more quicker, but at the same time I've made a lot of things. I've made a ton of things, so many different things that has taught me so much. And where I'm at right now when it comes to being a filmmaker and pursuing my dream, directing films, creating things, is closer and better and stronger and more real than it's ever been. Not financially. That's always going to be a roadblock, and I think I've accepted that, that it will always be an issue, a struggle, but it's not going to define me. It's not going to define this journey. It's not going to define the films. And I don't want to talk about it too much because I want to finish it first, but I'm 40 pages into something new, and I love it, and it's been flying out. Where I used to do 3 pages a day, this has been 5, and I probably could do more. But I like to kind of keep, the momentum going and keep things prepped for the next day. But, and I've got a documentary that I'm working on that could turn out to be really, really, really special. It's going to be really special no matter what, but it could turn out to be amazing. And I'm just really grateful for the spot that we're in right now, and just trying not to reflect too much because, like I said, there's nothing too big to celebrate. But I just want to, express my gratitude here and say, also, I had this gut feeling for years while working that soul-sucking job that I could do it on my own. And every time I would get to that point that I was about to quit, I would cave and choke and not do it. And another 6 months, another year would go by. Now, how can I say this without going too deep into it? But when you can do it, and when you want to be your own boss, you want to actually bring something to the world, stick to your gut and go early. Do it sooner. Do it when the time is right. Don't do anything irresponsible. But I just will never forget that when I was finally making this decision to quit my job and pursue this full time, I was afraid to tell my family, because in my family, it's always been like, you have to have a job. If you have a job, you're successful, or, what are you going to do if you don't have a job? But I'm proud to say that it's worked. And I think that, and I truly believe that there's some really exciting things to come on this channel, of course. Just want to thank everybody for watching these videos. It truly does mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just really excited for what's to come.